Alright everybody, welcome to part 3 of the garden bed build video series. Today we're going to be working on cutting the metal that's going to go on the inside of the garden beds. We were able to pick up some sheets of metal roofing today. It took 14 sheets that are 8 feet long is what we got, and then we need to cut these into 2-foot lengths. So we're gonna video some of that and show you what we're doing here. The idea is these are gonna go around the garden bed this way. So the valleys and hills, I don't know what these are gonna be vertical in the garden bed. And that way they're gonna link together. This will link with the next part here as you put them side by side. I'll explain more of that as we get there. All right, we have one of the 8-foot long pieces cut into 2-foot long pieces. So you can't really tell, but there are 4 of these laying here. Now, we've made several, I wouldn't call them mistakes, but learning process that we are going to show you some things that we learned the hard way. Okay, first of all, when we bought the metal roofing, we bought this right here, a metal shear. It's electric, it plugs in. It has shears on the edge that go up and down and cut metal. Now, I'm not dissing this piece of equipment because I'm sure it's fine for some uses. However, it did not work for us on this, mainly because of the ridges and valleys and it going up and down, and it was very slow and tedious. I mean, it worked, but it was very slow and very tedious. The second thing we tried is putting the saw blade on backwards on this cordless circular saw and sawing across it like that. It's very loud to do that, but we had heard that it works. However, this particular saw would go a couple inches and then just stop. And then he'd have to back out and go a couple inches and stop. And we just weren't getting anywhere with that. The next thing we tried was turning the metal roofing upside down so that for the most part we have level and then it dips down instead of coming up in the way. We tried that to see if that would help. It was no different. That saw kept stopping. So finally we got the electric saw out, put that blade on backwards, and it works very well. So we're going to show you how Dave is doing that and how this works. So of course the first thing we're doing is measuring the 2 feet twice. And then he's gonna lay that straight edge down and draw the line so that he has the 2-foot line to follow with the saw. Hearing protection and eye protection are absolutely vital for this. In fact, I was standing too close when he used the saw that's working well, and it was throwing hot pieces of metal at me. So this is something that you need to be very careful with and make sure that you do wear the proper protection. Also, notice, if you will, the quote-unquote sawhorse that we're using is actually the edges of the garden bed that I made. So those came in handy. Also, because this saw seems to be working so well, we are doing 2 sheets at a time. We've not tried this yet, so I am going to video it, and I guess if somebody dies, we'll take that part out. Okay, I don't know if you guys could see the sparks and the pieces of metal flying or not, but that's what I was talking about. But isn't that neat? Just one little cut and we got 2 of the pieces cut, so we can definitely do 2 at a time. I don't know if Dave is brave enough to do 3 at a time or if that's even feasible, but we're happy with 2 at a time. That's going to cut down everything in half, and now that we're actually cutting through it, the rest of this shouldn't take too long at all. Alright, well, it's the next day. We ran out of daylight yesterday, got a phone call, and came in, had supper, and did not get the metal all cut yesterday, but Dave came back out here today before it rained and did get this finished. So here is our pile of 2-foot tall pieces of metal that are going to go around the inside of the garden beds. But like I said, it's raining again. It stopped for the second, but we've just got mud here, and we're probably not going to get any more done on this garden this weekend. But that was the process of the metal on the inside, at least cutting it. We will have another video that shows actually installing the metal on the inside of these beds when we get this all smoothed out and get ready to put them down, hopefully next weekend. 1 week at a time. We're gonna have a garden here one of these days. Okay, I just wanted to add this on to the end of this video just to give an update of the garden number 1 that we actually did get planted this year, and the gate that we were working on last week. So as you can see, we've got the frame and the gate put up. The gate is hinged on, and latches right here, so it's easy to unlatch when you're inside. So we're gonna go in. It's starting to rain, so this is really quick. There's the potato area. Obviously nothing's coming up there yet, but the peppers are looking much better. They're starting to actually look like they're gonna grow now. My tomatoes, look at this, guys. Tomatoes are really growing. I'm excited about that. I don't know what I would do if all my tomato plants died. So we are getting somewhere. Also, my onions that I thought there was no way they would come out of it are popping up, looking very strong. I just can't hardly believe that. There's not a lot of them, but there are some onions. So I'm really happy about that. All right, we're going back inside now. It's raining, my camera's getting wet. We're gonna work on some stuff inside. That's all for this video. We thank you for joining us. Please subscribe, watch us next week, watch for new videos. We'll see you next time, bye. Say bye, Dave.
Bye.